favorite.
Brother Masumun.
Brother, how many times I'm gonna read this?
Brother Masumun.
Naam, Syed.
He killed Malik bin Numaira and then he slept with his wife on the same night. Can you ask this guy how long a nida period is in Islam?
So again, I'm going to tell you this again. If the man is a kafir, right, and you unalive him, the woman does not have an iddah period. This is the ruling of the
All right, so that's the first ruling that you're going to have to prove because the woman is still a Muslimah.
Okay.
And secondly, Malik bin Numaira was not a kafir. Why was he a kafir? Can you tell me why?
They believed he was.
Why? Give me a reason. What did he do that took him out the fold of Islam? Because according to the Prophet, he was a Muslim. So he must have done something after the death of the Prophet. I'll give you the narration. I've made an entire video about this. But the Prophet said Malik bin Numaira was a Muslim, which I will show you. I will show you. Can you show me or tell me why he was not a Muslim, please?
I didn't say he was a Muslim.
You just said he was a kafir.
He was not. They believed he was not.
Yeah, exactly. You just said he was a kafir, right? So can you prove to me why he was a kafir?
They believed he was not. He's not a kafir. He was a Muslim.
Okay, so then you just said that he killed somebody that was a non-Muslim, therefore the wife didn't have to do the iddah period. You just said that.
They believed he was not. They did not know he was a Muslim. That's the point I'm trying to raise.
So was he a Muslim or not?
He was a Muslim.
Okay, so then the iddah period applies.
It applies, but
right. So then, can you show me the iddah period that Khalid gave this girl?
Wait, do they have the?
No, you just said he's a Muslim, yes. So that means she deserves an iddah period.
Do they have the excuse of not knowing in front of Allah?
No, whether you know or whether you don't know, that's not the point, right?
That's not true.
The fact, okay, I'll prove you wrong right now. The fact that Khalid went to collect khums from him shows he's a Muslim. Collect zakat from him. Because you don't take zakat from a non-Muslim, do you? So if Abu Bakr is sending Khalid to go to Malik bin Nuwaira and take the zakat from him and his people, that means Malik is a Muslim. Otherwise, why the hell is Abu Bakr sending Khalid to collect zakat from him?
Okay, I understand your point. Okay, so they believe that he apostated because he was withholding zakat from Medina.
Okay, so withholding zakat doesn't make you a kafir, firstly. I can prove that to you as well.
No, I understand that.
But brother, you're mumbling. Get to the point.
I'm not.
You're saying that he was a Muslim, then you're saying that they thought he wasn't a Muslim, then you're saying there's no iddah period, then you're saying he's a kafir because he didn't give zakat, and then you're saying that the people didn't have a chance to know whether he was a Muslim or not. So,
words in my mouth, I can't lie.
No, I'm not putting words in your mouth, I'm just repeating you.
Okay, just 1 second.
Let me try again. Was Malik a Muslim?
Don't cut me off.
Was Malik a Muslim?
Yes.
Yes. Was he killed by Khalid for not giving zakat?
Yes.
So Khalid's a murderer. Did Khalid sleep with his wife on the same night?
Yes.
So there was no iddah period. So not only did Khalid rape a woman who was not being able to provide it with the iddah period, but Khalid also unalived a Muslim who refused to give zakat.
So did he know he was a Muslim?
Of course he did. That's why he went to get zakat off him. What type of Muslim? Who do you get zakat off, brother? Tell me. Have you ever gone to a Christian and said, give me zakat?
In your land, you get the zakat from the kuffar.
No, that's a separate tax. That's not zakat. Zakat and tax are different. When the Christians of Najran came to debate the Prophet in Medina and they lost the debate and they couldn't do the mubahila, the Prophet said, you will pay jizya and you will pay tax. The Jews of Khaybar, the Prophet said, you will pay jizya and you will pay tax. That is separate to zakat. You see, your books have said that Abu Bakr sent Khalid to collect zakat from Malik bin Nuwaira. So the fact that he's collecting zakat, that means Malik is a Muslim. So you can't say that Khalid didn't know he was a Muslim.
Cool. 1 second. Okay, cool. I understand your point. Okay, cool.
Good.
So when he stopped giving zakat, right?
Mm-hmm.
They believed he had apostated.
Why does somebody not giving zakat make them apostated, brother?
Because he wasn't giving zakat.
Right. Do you know why he wasn't giving zakat to Abu Bakr?
Oh my God, bro. You just let me talk, please.
No, make your point then, because you're waffling.
He wasn't giving zakat to Medina, right?
To Abu Bakr,
they believed he had apostated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the punishment of apostasy in a hadith, I think it was, what hadith did I give you about it?
You didn't give me anything, I came late.
No, not you, obviously not you, you just joined. But the punishment of apostasy is unaliving, right? So this is the reason. So he was a Muslim. He withheld zakat from the leader, the Caliph.
Yeah, because he didn't believe him to be a Caliph, brother.
Sure, whatever.
What do you mean whatever? The reason why Malik did not give zakat to Abu Bakr was because he didn't believe Abu Bakr to be a legitimate Caliph of the Prophet. He even said that if Ali ibn Abi Talib came to me for zakat, I'd give it to him. But I am not giving Khalid my zakat because Abu Bakr is a usurper and he doesn't deserve to be on the successorship of the Prophet. So he was in all his rights not to give zakat. But if somebody doesn't give zakat, it doesn't mean you unalive him and then rape his wife. What kind of Islam is this?
Okay, so are you okay? Again, they did not unalive him just for not giving zakat.
Okay, so what did he do?
It was because they believed he had apostated. I've said this 5 times,
Bro, you keep saying he apostated because he didn't give zakat. So if there's a link between the zakat and the apostasy. Are you slow or something, bro?
This is what the source says, bro.
No,
This is
are you
what they
slow?
believed. I'm not slow.
Okay, so you're saying that he was apostated because he didn't give zakat. And now you're saying they didn't unalive him because of the zakat.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did.
That's not what I said.
So
I said
why
they believed
was he
had
apostated then?
That's what they believed.
Okay, how did he apostate
Okay,
then?
one more time.
There has to be a reason
listen
why
to-
he's apostated, right? Because I'm pulling up my sources now, but there must be a reason why he's apostated, right? So if it's not the zakat, then why did he apostate? Why was Malik, according to Khalid, not a Muslim? Why?
Let me check that.
Okay, you go have a look at that. I've got all this here. Let me just pull up my sources and I'll show you now that the Prophet, what the Prophet
You
said
know
about
what
Malik.
He said the punishment of apostate is killing.
Brother,
Yes,
that
it's Sahih
maybe that's
Bukhari.
Umar's laws or something. I don't know.
It's in Sahih Bukhari. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said it himself.
So Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, in a book called Al-Isaba, volume 5, page 566, said that Malik was a Muslim. That's the first reference,
I
okay?
didn't say he wasn't. Did I
Okay,
say
let me
he
just
wasn't?
finish
I
my
said
point.
they have
Imam
the-
Ibn
they have the
Abdul
excuse
Barr
of ignorance.
records in Al-Istiab, volume 3, page 1362, that Malik was a Muslim, okay? Now you
not
saying that
debating
the
if he
people
was or
thought
not.
he apostated, right?
What'd you say?
You said that the people thought he apostated.
Specifically, Abu Bakr and Khalid.
Okay, so what grounds or what reasoning did Abu Bakr and Khalid have to say that he had apostated? There has to be a reason. The guy has to have done something. Because on the open, he's a Muslim, right? On the open, he's an apparent Muslim. Let's just say inside he wasn't. Apparent, he's a Muslim. So what, did Allah reveal a verse to Abu Bakr? Did Jibreel come to Khalid? How did these two know that he wasn't a Muslim?
Okay, cool. So I'm going to look for the source for that. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. So I've got sources that he was a Muslim. So I need to know what source Abu Bakr had, what dalil Abu Bakr had for him to say that he wasn't a Muslim, other than the fact that Abu Bakr wanted his wealth. Also here I have a narration, brother, in the Mustadrak al-Hakim, volume 2, page 332, tradition 3186. Umar ibn al-Khattab said that had I asked Allah's messenger about 3 issues, I would have liked that I would have learnt about this, okay? One was who was the Khalif after him. One was something about a camel. And the third was if a group of people admit that they believe in zakat, but they don't submit it to us, is it lawful for us to fight them? So even Umar had doubts about whether if somebody doesn't give zakat, should we fight them or not? And Al-Hakim said that this narration is sahih according to the 2 sheikhs, Muslim and Bukhari. And also, brother, yeah, go on.
Go on.
I was just going to say there's one more narration in Kashaf al-Kina by Bayt al-Hanbali, volume 2, page 297. It says the one who refuses to submit to give zakat is not a kafir. So you can't say that Malik was a kafir. I'm not saying you did, but Abu Bakr can't say that Malik was a kafir due to not giving zakat. So not giving zakat doesn't mean you've apostated. So I need to know why Malik was a kafir. What did Abu Bakr have that we don't?
Okay, so first of all, it's not him, right? It's not specifically him, right? He was, so Malik was, someone's echoing.
Yeah, sorry, that was just me. Go on.
Okay, so Malik was collecting zakat from his clan, right, and sending it to Medina, right? After the Prophet, peace be upon him, passed away, he stopped.
Okay.
Right? So it wasn't his.
So that means initially he gave it, then he stopped.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, so he stopped giving it, and it wasn't just his zakat; it was the
Everyone's.
zakat of his clan.
Yeah, everyone
right?
in his clan.
So I don't understand the point you made about them wanting his wealth, right? When it wasn't his to begin with.
No, the reason
Right? It
I'm
was his
saying that is
clan's.
because at the one hand, you're saying that Malik is giving the zakat to the Prophet on an annual basis. He's a Muslim. Everything's all hunky-dory. Then all of a sudden, Abu Bakr becomes a Khalifa and Malik says, I'm not giving my zakat anymore. That means Malik objected to Abu Bakr, not to Islam, not to zakat, not to the religion, but to Abu Bakr. And that was his specific problem. Abu Bakr said, give the zakat of you and your clan. He said, no, I'm not going to give it to you because you're not the legitimate Khalif of the Prophet. Then Abu Bakr says, Khalid, go get it. So Khalid comes and says, give me the zakat. Malik says, no, I'm not going to give it to you because Abu Bakr isn't a legitimate Khalif. I used to give it to the Prophet because he deserved it. Abu Bakr, he's a usurper. I'm not giving it to him. So what did Khalid do? He killed him and raped his wife. So I just still need a justification of the killing and the raping.
Okay, one sec.
Because remember, not giving zakat doesn't make you a kafir.
There is no such a ruling in the
There's
Quran.
no ruling in the Quran that says he who doesn't give zakat is a kafir and kill him and rape his wife.
I did not say that.
No, I'm not saying
No
you
one
said it.
said
I'm
that.
just saying that there is no ruling.
Okay.
And also, remember you said that Khalid thought that Malik wasn't a Muslim, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba, volume 10, page 174 states that when they arrived towards Malik, Malik said, who are you? Yes? And
Sure.
as in he asked Khalid, who are you? Khalid replied, we are the slaves of Allah. And Malik replied, we are the slaves of Allah too. Right? So that is Malik admitting to Khalid that he is a slave of Allah. Meaning what? That he has submitted to God. Meaning what? He's a Muslim. And the narration goes on to say, then Khalid arrested them. And when it was morning, he ordered their beheading. Okay, now a Sahabi at this moment by the name of Abu Qatada, he said, oh Khalid, fear Allah. This is not allowed. You can't kill this guy. He just said he's a slave of Allah. Khalid replied, stay back. This is not your business. Then Abu Qatada swore by Allah never to march with Khalid towards any war. And Abu Qatada said that the desert Arabs encouraged Khalid on killing him for the sake of the booties. And that was the case of Malik bin Nuwayra. Al-Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba, volume 10, page 174, tradition 18721. Abdul Razak Dahabi said this is Thiqqa. Ibn Hajar says it's Thiqqa in Tariq al-Tahdhib. All of these narrations I can give you that these people, so Yusuf said that Abu Bakr and Khalid thought he wasn't a Muslim. But in their first interaction here, the first thing that Malik is saying to Khalid is, we are the slaves of Allah too. Meaning what? We are Muslims. So on what grounds did Khalid say he wasn't a Muslim? And why is Abu Qatada saying, don't kill him? He told you last night he's a Muslim. And what does Khalid say? Stay back, this is none of your business. And then what did he do? He beheaded him. So again, on what basis did Abu Bakr think he was a kafir? And on what basis did Khalid think he was a kafir? Because I've just given you a narration in Musannaf that he is saying that I'm a Muslim.
Okay.
Also, you know blood money in Islam that's only given for Muslims, right?
Sure.
Yeah? So as in if you kill a Muslim or if a Muslim is killed, his family gets blood money, right? Blood money isn't given towards a kafir or a murtad, right? Because they're not Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So bearing that in mind, Abu Bakr paid blood money to the family of Malik bin Nuwayra after Khalid had killed him. So at this point here, Abu Bakr is still believing that Malik was a Muslim. Otherwise, why would he give the blood money?
Okay. So, one second, I'm just reading through this.
That's fine. So I've got a book here called Mughni al-Muhtaj, volume 4, page 17. Sheikh Abdul Hamid Shirwani has written in a book known as Hawashi al-Shirwani, volume 8, page 401. And Sheikh Zakaria al-Ansari has written in a book called Asna al-Matalib, volume 18, page 308. All four of these books state what? That there is no diyat for blood, for a murtad or a kafir. Meaning there is no blood money that is given for somebody that is apostated. Abu Bakr is giving the blood money to the family of Malik. Meaning that Abu Bakr, even after the death of Malik, still thought Malik was a Muslim. The first interaction of Khalid and Malik said, I am a slave of Allah. Abu Qatada said, don't kill him, he's a slave of Allah, he's a Muslim. Khalid said, no, you be quiet, this is none of your business. So according to all these references, Abu Bakr and Khalid both thought that Malik was a Muslim. And even after his death, Abu Bakr still thought he was a Muslim. That's why he gave the blood money to his family.
Very good. So in what basis they will kill him?
No, I don't understand. I don't know. He's saying that apparently they thought he was an apostate, but I don't see, he hasn't given anything yet.
No, okay, yeah, so I gave the source before. I'm just reading through it to see if it's authentic or if it's reliable.
Okay. So whilst you're looking at that, Tariq ibn Asakir, volume 16, page 254, Abu Bakr, when found out that Khalid had killed Malik bin Nuwayra, Abu Bakr sent Khalid back and paid blood money for Malik bin Nuwaira and returned the booty back to his family. Why? He's not a Muslim. So Abu Bakr thinks he's a Muslim. Khalid thinks he's a Muslim. Abu Qatada thinks he's a Muslim.
He's trying as much as possible to justify the killing and raping, which Khalid did. And subhanAllah, you could never find.
Masumun, you know Malik had a brother called Mu'tamim, right? Mutammim, Mu'tamim.
Yeah,
In Mu'jam al-Kabir, volume 8, page 294, it's narrated that after the death of Malik bin Nuwaira, Mu'tamin, he said he condemned Khalid, and he said to Khalid, you gave him an oath in the name of Allah, and then you killed him. Surely if Malik gave you an oath in the name of Allah, he would never betray. What kafir is going to give you an oath in the name of Allah and never betray it? Because Khalid gave him an oath, when in the night time, when he first interacted with him and he said, we're the slaves of Allah too, he gave him an oath. He said that, I'm not going to do anything to you. It's all good. Then arrested him and then killed him.
Subhanallah.
Also, does a kafir have a shrouding and a janaza? Does he or
Syed,
doesn't?
you are giving me too much.
No, just tell me one thing. Does a kafir have a janaza and a shrouding and a washing of the body? No, right? Imam Hajar ibn Asqalani in Al-Asaba volume 6 page 249 states that among Malik bin Nuwaira's relatives, what did they do to him? After Malik bin Nuwaira was killed and his body was returned by Abu Bakr, they bought a cloth, they gave him a ghusl, they shrouded him, they read the janaza, salat al-mayyit on him, and then they buried him.
Okay, I found it, right? So, this is narrated by Ibn Kathir, right? It says, then Khalid ordered that Malik ibn Nuwaira should be brought forward and that his neck might be struck.
Mm-hmm.
And Malik said, are you going to unalive me when I am a Muslim? Who prayed facing the Qibla. Khalid said to him, if you are a Muslim, you would not have withheld the Zakat, and you would not have told your people to withhold it.
Okay, but
I guess that's the reason.
No, but brother, we just established that not giving zakat doesn't make you a non-Muslim. And Malik just said... No, I get that, but Malik just said to Khalid in your narration, he just said, I am a Muslim. So on what basis did Khalid believe he wasn't?
Okay, I'm telling you, this is the reasoning he
Right,
gave.
so his reasoning was wrong then, wasn't it? Because somebody who doesn't give zakat doesn't take him outside of the fold of Islam. And Abu Bakr giving the blood money to the family of Malik shows Abu Bakr still thought he was a Muslim. And Abu Qatada criticizing Khalid shows that he was a Muslim. And the first thing that Malik said to Khalid was, we are the slaves of Allah too. And in your narration, he says, I am a Muslim.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying this is
Brother, there's nothing for you to disagree with. I've just given you all the references that he was a Muslim, yet you still can't prove to me. You're just giving me Khalid's own opinion. Abu Bakr didn't believe in Khalid's opinion. Abu Bakr gave the blood money to the family of Malik. So that means Abu Bakr thought Malik was still a Muslim.
I'm literally reading the same thing that you're reading, basically.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is that the point that I'm trying to make is, on what basis is Khalid killing him if it's not for the zakat? And he's a Muslim, so why is Khalid killing him?
It is for the zakat. It says...
Right, so you can't kill someone if they don't give zakat, brother. That's not how Islam works.
1 second. Okay, so Khalid is saying, if you are a Muslim, you would not have withheld the zakat.
Yeah, but that's Khalid's opinion, brother. That's not the Prophet's opinion.
1 second, man. Just 1 second. Let me land my point, please.
Alright, go on, land it.
So if you're a Muslim, you would not have withheld the zakat and you would not have told your people to withhold it, right? So Khalid is saying, if you were, like, you're not a Muslim because you're withholding
zakat, according to Khalid.
Right?
Okay,
cool. Understand that. So this is the reasoning he gave. Do you understand?
Is that justified?
Me personally, I don't think so, no.
Exactly. So Khalid was wrong. So he killed a Muslim.
However, cool. I understand that, cool.
And even Abu Bakr admonished him. You know, Tariq ibn Asakir, volume 16, page 247, after he had killed him, Umar said, I admonished Khalid for breaking the orders for what you did with the money. Khalid would distribute the booty amongst the soldiers without informing Abu Bakr. So not only did Khalid take the zakat, but he ended up distributing that zakat amongst his own soldiers and he didn't even give it to Abu Bakr. Subhanallah, right? And then it says he made decisions that contravened those of Abu Bakr. He killed Malik bin Nuwaira and he obviously slept with his wife. And then on the bottom it says Abu Bakr gave the blood money to the family. And then on the bottom it says that Abu Bakr ordered Khalid to divorce Malik's wife. Why? Because the nikah wasn't jaiz. Why? Because she didn't have an iddah period. So again, I need a justification for why Khalid is killing. You're saying he's killing him because he's refusing to give zakat, right? But I've just shown you not giving zakat doesn't make you a kafir. So why is Malik being killed? You still haven't justified that. Abu Bakr thought he was a Muslim. He's telling Khalid, I am a Muslim. And Khalid is saying, no, you're not a Muslim, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, so he thought he wasn't a Muslim.
So he was wrong because he was a Muslim. He's saying if somebody testifies to you and says, I am a Muslim, you believe them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then on top of that, why would Abu Bakr order Khalid to divorce Malik's wife by saying that your marriage with her is not accepted in Islamic Sharia? Even Umar admonished him. Umar was angry at Khalid because of what he had done by killing Malik bin Nuwaira.
I don't think you understand my thought process. So listen very closely. I agree he was a Muslim. Do you understand that?
Okay, so an iddah period applies for his wife, yeah?
I agree with that.
No, iddah period applies to his wife, yes?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, was an iddah period applied?
No.
Okay, so not only did Khalid murder someone, but he raped his wife.
Just one
Subhanallah.
Just one sec.
Say for shaitan. That's exactly what Khalid was, mate.
Okay, just one sec. Would you say that he has the excuse of ignorance in this case?
No. The only excuse he had was he was an idiot.
So he has the excuse of ignorance?
Not ignorance, brother, because if somebody's telling you I am a Muslim, then you can't just assume he's not a Muslim and kill him and rape his wife. Like, that's not ignorance, brother. Ignorance may be something like, give the zakat, I don't want to give it. No, you have to give it. No, I can't. Okay, I'm going to go back to Abu Bakr and I'm going to report to the Khalifa of the Prophet that you are not giving zakat. That's ignorance. But to kill him and rape his wife, that's not ignorance, bro. That's taking it one step. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Let me read you another report, right? This is by Ibn Kathir again. It says, some reports speak of the relationship between Malik and the woman Sajjah. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, who claimed to be a prophet, and they also mentioned that some bad statements spoken by Malik, from which it may be understood that he had apostatized from the religion of Islam. And yeah, that's the end of quote.
Okay, but I still don't...
What would you say about that?
As in, I'm still at that point at the beginning of our conversation where you've made two mistakes, brother. You said that there is no iddah period for a kafir, therefore it was fine for what Khalid did. And then you said, no, but Malik was a Muslim. Then I said to you, so that means his wife deserves an iddah. You said yes, but she didn't get one. So was Khalid wrong in raping his wife, firstly?
Okay, so first of all, I'm defending the point that he has an excuse of ignorance.
No, but excuse of ignorance doesn't go as far as raping someone's wife, though, does it, bro? Come on, let's be honest now.
What'd you say?
I said raping someone's wife is not ignorance. You're intentionally doing that. There's malice in that act.
Okay, sure. But not giving the iddah period, right? For 3 months is, and for a kafir, if you unalive the kafir, the wife doesn't have an iddah period, right? This is, do you believe that?
Then that's a discussion that we can have, but Malik wasn't a kafir, so it doesn't apply.
Okay. Bro, you're not understanding.
Bro, you're not even making any points. You've been talking for 23 minutes and all you've been doing is waffling, right? So I'm just going to sum this up. I'm going to sum this up in a few questions. Number one, was Malik a Muslim? Yes or no?
Yes.
Perfect. Number two, did Khalid rape his wife without an iddah period? Yes or no?
I would not say that, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I just given you references that he raped her. What do you mean you don't know? So now you're being ignorant.
Okay, can you read the source again?
Which one?
I may have missed that part. Just one.
Of the raping?
Okay, before Syed read the source, let me give you another source in Ibn al-Athir, volume 2, page number 213. The story is very long, but let me begin from where it says, Khalid married Tamim, Malik's wife, and Umar said to Abu Bakr, Khalid's sword is heavy, and he exaggerated about it. He said, Hey Omar, interpret it wrongly. So keep your tongue away from Khalid, so I do not defile a word that Allah had drawn against the infidels. He loved Malik and wrote to Khalid to come to him. So he did. He entered the mosque wearing a cloak of his. Yani Khalid entered the mosque wearing a cloak of his that rust on it, and he had stuck arrows in his turban. Omar stood up to Khalid, took it off and broke it, and said to him, "Do you think you killed a man, a Muslim?" Then he had intercourse with his wife. "By God, I will stone you with your stones."
And Abu
Khalid
Bakr said the
did not
same thing.
speak to him.
Abu Bakr said the same thing, brother. In Tariq ibn Asakir, volume 16, page 274. After Khalid had killed Malik and returned to Medina, he was met by disapproval by Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr gave the blood money to Mu'tamim, who was the brother of Malik, by saying that here's the blood money for the murder of your brother. And then he ordered Khalid to divorce Malik's wife because he had basically taken her without an Ida period. So you agree that Malik was a Muslim. I've shown you that not giving zakat doesn't make you a kafir. Malik himself is saying...
Ask you, why wasn't he... Okay, so, 1 second. So, you believe that...
Hold on a second. Hold on. Syed, someone is asking you a question in the comment. Can you...
Yeah, I've replied. I've already replied, brother.
Okay, so what was I saying?
I just want to know, are you supporting Khalid or not in his actions?
I believe it is a sin. I do not believe it takes him out the fold of Islam.
I didn't say it takes him out of the fold of Islam. Though. When in this discussion have I ever said that?
Not you. You just joined. We were having this conversation for quite a while now.
But my point was, Malik is a Muslim. You agreed. That means Malik's wife deserves an Ida period, which he didn't. Malik told Khalid, "I'm a Muslim." He still killed him, which was a sin. He then raped his wife, which was another sin. He then killed the people of the tribe. That's another sin. He then came back to Abu Bakr, who was met with disapproval, and Abu Bakr issued the blood money to the family, meaning that even Abu Bakr thought that he was a Muslim, and not giving zakat doesn't take you out the fold of Islam. So raping somebody's wife and killing them just because they're refusing to give zakat is not Islam, and that's not something that the Prophet would have condoned.
Okay, I understand your point. Okay. So, would you say that he was a Muslim, yes or no? Would you say that Khalid ibn Waleed...
I don't believe that Khalid is a Muslim, no. Personally, no. Not for this reason, no.
Okay.
Not for this reason. This reason in itself shows you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that if you kill a believer intentionally, it is as if you have killed the whole of humanity. And your recompense for that is hellfire, where you will burn. So if Malik was a believer and Khalid killed him, even though Khalid knew he was a believer because he said to him, "Khalid, I'm a believer, I'm a slave of Allah, I'm a Muslim," right? And he still killed him, then according to this verse, Khalid has killed the whole of humanity and he will burn in hell. Now, whether he's a Muslim or not doesn't really make much of a difference if he's going to hell, right? And
it does, because...
No, it doesn't. He's going to hell.
Muslim will end up in Jannah.
How is he going to end up in Jannah, brother? Imam Ali called him Sayf al-Shaitan. How is he going to end up in Jannah?
Yeah, that's Shia sources.
Not only that, we have Muslims who are literally going to hellfire. According to the Quran, we have munafiqun. Innal munafiqina fi darakil asfali minan nar. Indeed, the hypocrites are in the deeper part of hellfire, and they are Muslims, but they are hypocrites.
Okay, so munafiq. I understand your point, but munafiq, I would not say he's a Muslim.
Okay, but we've agreed that what Khalid did was wrong. We've agreed that it was a sin. We agreed that Malik is a Muslim. We agreed that Abu Bakr gave the blood money. We agreed that not paying zakat doesn't make you a kafir, and we agreed that Khalid raped his wife. So what were you trying to prove in this discussion?
I'm trying to prove the excuse of ignorance, that he either made the wrong call or he didn't know.
Well, it wasn't exactly he didn't know, because even in the narration you quoted, Malik said, "I am a Muslim."
Okay, so
do you know what? Okay, this is one sin of Khalid, yeah? This is one sin of killing. Second sin of raping.
Before we jump on to the next part, right? Ibn Kathir says, some reports speak of the relationship between Malik and the woman Sajah, who claimed to be a prophet, and they also mentioned that some bad statements spoken by Malik, from which it may be understood that he had apostatized from the religion of Islam. This is mentioned by Ibn Kathir.
Yeah, right? But again, brother, this is an opinion. It's not fact, right? Malik is saying,
No,
I'm
but
a Muslim.
okay.
Malik is
I
giving
understand.
zakat to the Prophet. You need a clear-cut fact that he was an apostate. But you agreed he was a Muslim.
Yeah, the sources afterwards, yeah, sure, but
Yeah,
I'm
so
trying to say
if he's a
at
Muslim,
that
then Khalid did wrong. We're done with that discussion then, aren't we? So Khalid did wrong by
he
killing
did
him.
wrong. I'm not saying he did right. I'm trying to say that maybe there is an excuse for ignorance.
There is no
Maybe
excuse
there
for
is an
this,
excuse
bro.
for not knowing.
Abu Qatada
This
is
source
saying to
literally says that
Khalid,
he
Abu
could have
Qatada,
apostated.
brother, Abu Qatada is saying to Khalid the next day, yeah, when Khalid ordered his beheading, he goes to him, Khalid, what are you doing? The guy told you last night he's a Muslim. Don't do this. Khalid said, it's none of your business, be quiet. Killed him, and then Abu Bakr and Umar disagreed with Khalid. Umar even shouted at Khalid by saying what you did was wrong. And then even Abu Bakr shouted at Khalid and said what you did was wrong. So there's no defense for Khalid. And not just did he just do these two acts, which was murdering Malik and then raping his wife, there's also a narration in Sahih Bukhari, volume 5, book 59, hadith 628, which is narrated by Salim's father, that Khalid, what he did was, he gathered a group of individuals together and then he burnt them alive. Is this the actions of a Muslim, or do you want to try and use...
Wait, for what reason?
So I'll read the narration to you. The Prophet sent Khalid to the tribe of Jadima, yeah, and said to Khalid, invite them to Islam. Okay? Invite them to Islam.
Is this the one that you're talking about?
Okay, this one. Okay, yeah. So we already talked about this.
Okay, fair enough. He just said invite them to Islam, but they couldn't express themselves by saying Aslamna, that we have embraced Islam. They kept saying Saba'na, Saba'na, means we have come out of one religion to another. So Khalid kept on killing them and taking them as captive and gave every one of us a captive, whereby he ordered us to kill our captive. And then Salim's father said, by Allah, I will not kill my captive, and none of my companions will kill his captive. When we reached the Prophet, we mentioned to him the whole story. On that, the Prophet raised both his hands and said twice, Oh Allah, I am free from what Khalid has done. So basically, the Prophet is disassociating from Khalid here. Again, do you want to try and use ignorance here?
No. I would say he's disassociating from the action, not from Khalid himself.
Who did the action? Khalid.
But he did not disassociate him from Khalid.
Yeah, but he's disassociating from the actions of Khalid. So the Prophet is saying, so the Prophet is saying Khalid went against what I wanted and I disagree with what he did. Again, showing that Khalid killing people was normal. This was something that he did at the time of the Prophet. He did this after the Prophet. He did it for Abu Bakr. And there's even a narration where Khalid tried to kill Imam Ali.
Okay, one sec. Just stop jumping. Okay, we've gone to that narration as well, but let me just address this one. Okay, first of all, there is a excuse of ignorance. You cannot deny it. He did not know that they were Muslim. They did not even say it.
So right? He killed them because of a lisp.
One second. They said that they have come out of one religion and gone to another, right? And this is apostasy. So the Quran, the Hadith. Wait 1 second. The Hadith of the punishment of what was it?
No, but brother, this is not apostasy. This is a mistake from the people in their pronunciation of a word. He should have gone back to the Prophet and told him.
There is a excuse of ignorance in this one because from what it sounds like, they said that they have come out of one religion and gone to another.
Brother, if the Prophet sent you and said to you, go to the tribe of Jadima and invite them to Islam, and when you get there, these people, what they're doing is instead of accepting Islam, they're saying Saba'na, Saba'na instead of saying Aslamna. Would you then take out your sword and start whooping and killing? Or would you say, okay, maybe there's a bit of a miscommunication here. Go back to the Prophet and say, Ya Rasulullah, they kept saying Saba'na and not Aslamna. Then the Prophet would have said to you, no, Khalid, this is a mistake. They're actually trying to say Aslamna, but they're saying Saba'na, which is just another word. So therefore, thank you for coming back to me. And thank you for not murdering all of them. Like, do you not understand how Khalid is taking out his sword and randomly killing an entire tribe because of a mispronunciation of a word? Like, really? And then the Prophet saying, I'm free from what Khalid has done? So it just kind of goes to show Khalid was that type of individual. And I can give you many, many examples of the things that Khalid used to do. Do you know what Khalid did to the head of Malik?
Wait. Let me address your point because you were talking. I'll let you talk. So let me address your point. Okay. So Sahih Bukhari 6922, right? Narrated by Ibn Abbas, says, the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, said, whoever changes his religion, put him to unaliving, right? So we believe this in the Sunni thing. Obviously, we don't go around unaliving every apostate, right? There is a how do I explain? There is a.
Did you say 6922?
2922, yes.
6922.
6922.
Yeah, that talks about Ikramah saying that Imam Ali burnt some people.
Okay, bro. Does it say whoever changes his religion, put him to death?
It says that some atheists were brought to Ali and Ali burnt them.
Okay, let me read the whole thing.
And the news of this event reached Ibn Abbas, and Ibn Abbas said that had I been in his place, I would not have burnt them, as Allah's messenger forbade it. So do not punish anybody with Allah's punishment of fire. I would have killed them according to the statement of Allah's messenger. Whoever changed his Islamic religion, then kill him. But these were atheists. They didn't change their Islamic religion, brother. They were atheists. They were Zandika. Can you see the beginning of the narration? Zanadika, atheist?
Okay, wait, so Ali did something wrong.
No, according to Bukhari, in your religion, Ali did something wrong. We believe that the prophets and the imams are allowed to burn people. We don't have that. You cannot burn. Imam Ali burnt people. He burnt Ibn Sabah.
Okay, cool. Okay, fine. So in this hadith, Sahih Bukhari 6922, it says whoever changes his Islamic religion, then unalive him.
Yeah,
right?
but who's changing their religion?
In this, can you bring the hadith up again? Where they said, we have left one religion and gone to another.
Yeah, it doesn't say we've left Islam and gone to an anti-Islamic religion. What if they were atheists? Or what if they were Jews and then they left Judaism and came to Islam? Would you still kill them? Where does it say here they left Islam?
No, well, there would be Muslims then.
No, it says here we have come out of one religion to another. Yeah, where does it say?
Okay, sure.
Where does it say we have left Islam and joined another religion?
I understand your point, right? I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm telling you that there is definitely a excuse of ignorance in this case.
Okay, you can give him the excuse of ignorance in this case, even though personally I think that a companion of the Prophet, when sent as a deputy of the Prophet towards a tribe, he should report back to the Prophet what they said rather than taking out the sword and just swinging and killing the entire tribe. And
you can agree that he made a bad decision.
It's not a bad decision, bro. Khalid was an idiot inside and out, bro. I'll give you an example, right? Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, volume 6, page 354. Khalid ordered the head of Malik bin Nawera to be placed between two stones and inserted into a cooking pot. He then, Khalid, ate from it that night, and all the arrows began to be scared of Khalid. So, you know how you said earlier that you were giving him the ignorance that he made a mistake and, he killed Malik and he didn't mean it, or he made it, it was something that his ignorance was a reason. Why is he then taking his head, cooking it and eating it?
Was this after Abu Bakr as-Siddiq?
No, he's still there. No, he hasn't come back to Abu Bakr yet. Abu Bakr is the Khalifa. This is Malik bin Nawera I'm talking about, after Khalid killed Malik.
I know, yeah.
Ibn Kathir narrates in his Bidayah wa Nihaya that he then took his head, cooked it and ate it. Brother, if this isn't intent and malice, that you kill a guy, you rape his wife and then you eat his skin off his face.
I heard you, okay. So like I was saying, before he goes back to Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and Abu Bakr tells him, you were wrong, he was a Muslim, blah, 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 right? Khalid still believes that he was not a Muslim.
Yeah, but that's his own opinion. He's wrong in that.
Okay. I understand. I'm not saying he was correct. I believe he was a Muslim. I believe Malik was a Muslim.
Again, right? So then Khalid murdered him.
Oh my God, bro.
Bro, we're going in circles, man. You need to get to a point. You keep trying to defend Khalid, right? But we're going in circles, bro.
I'm saying, yeah, because you went back to this point. I thought we were off it. But anyway,
we were off it, but you just kept saying that you were giving him the opinion that he made a mistake out of ignorance. You don't eat someone's head out of ignorance.
I was saying about the second one.
Okay. Well, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. The tribe of Jadima, a lisp, mistake, salamna, aslamna, saba'na, fair enough. Even though still I'm telling you that someone who is being sent by the Prophet should have reported back to the Prophet, not just killing everybody. Which is fair enough. Khalid was a Muslim, right?
Believe that he made a bad decision. Of course, he wasn't perfect, right? I'm not saying
clearly he wasn't perfect, man. He's raping women, he's killing people, he's burning people, he's eating heads. Of course, he's not a good person.
wouldn't say that. I said he wasn't perfect.
I'm telling you, he's not a good person.
You can believe that, right? Just like how Khalid ibn Waleed believed that Malik wasn't a Muslim. You can believe that.
That's his own opinion, and he was wrong in it.
And that's your own opinion. That's what I'm trying to tell you, right?
And the fact that, and another thing, brother, you know, all Muslims can read Quran, right? Basic Quran.
That's not true.
Arabic. If you're an Arab and you're a Muslim, can you read the Quran or no?
I mean, yeah, but you said all Muslims can read the Quran.
Okay, so let's say you live at the time of the Prophet. Let's say Khalid. Could he read the Quran, do you think? Or do you think I'm going to show you something that he can't?
No, he could read the Quran.
Okay, Tafsir ibn Asakir, volume 16, page 250. Khalid ibn Waleed.
Tafsir didn't exist.
Huh?
Tafsir didn't exist. That Tafsir didn't exist.
I said Tariq ibn Asakir. I didn't say Tafsir.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Tariq ibn Asakir. No verse, it's not Quran. I'm not giving you Quran here. I'm saying Tariq ibn Asakir, which is a historical literature work, volume 16, page 250. Ibn Asakir says, Khalid led the prayers in a city known as Hira, and he read verses from different chapters. So he read 2 verses from one chapter, 2 verses from another chapter, 2 verses from another chapter. Then he looked at the people and said, Jihad kept me busy from learning Quran.
Okay, so you're saying that he
couldn't read Quran, yeah.
What are you saying here?
I'm telling you that he was an ignorant person that couldn't read the Quran. He was more interested in
killing
jihad
people. And kept me busy from learning the Quran.
Yeah, so basically he was more interested in raping women than he was in learning Quran. He was more interested in killing people than learning Quran, and he was more interested. This is showing you what type of a person Khalid was.
Okay, what does jihad mean?
Jihad means to strive in the way of God, but not for Khalid because he's raping women.
Okay, wait, one second. So struggle in the sake of Allah, right?
Yeah, but he didn't struggle in the way of Allah. He went against Allah. He killed innocent people. Okay. He raped women. He ate people's heads, for God's sakes, man. Come on.
Okay, just relax. I'm making a point, okay? So he says jihad kept me busy from learning Quran, right? Do you need to memorize Quran to get into
It's not about memorize. It's about the fact that the guy couldn't even read Surah Fatiha, bro. He's leading prayers and he's reading different verses from different chapters. How embarrassing is that? A 3-4-year-old child can read Surah Fatiha to you easily. Or any of the surahs at the end of the Quran. Khalid, a grown-ass man who lived with the Prophet, couldn't even recite Surah Fatiha and read different verses from different chapters and said, jihad kept me busy from learning Quran. What jihad was Khalid doing? He was raping women and eating heads. He was basically killing women as well in his jihad. You know that, right? His jihad was to rape, loot, and kill women.
That would have gone against the law of
Allah. Killing Malik went against the law of the Prophet, bro. You think Khalid was bothered?
No, but this is like very, how do I explain this? Very blatant.
Yeah, it is blatant. So was Khalid drinking alcohol. I can give you a narration for that.
Is that before it was haram?
No. This is after the Quranic verse and after everything. After the Quranic verse was revealed.
So basically you're saying he
alcohol was being spread in Khalid ibn Waleed's camp. Narrated from Abu Bakr Muhammad ibn Abdul Baqi from Al-Hasan ibn Ali. Narrated in, again, Tariq ibn Asakir, volume 16, page 253, that Sa'sa said alcohol was being spread in Khalid ibn Waleed's camp. So not only could he not read Quran, not only was he raping women, not only was he killing innocent people, but he was also an alcoholic.
Okay, so you're saying he's a sinner but still a Muslim?
I'm not saying he's a Muslim, bro. I'm saying he's a Nasibi and a hypocrite.
No, but you're saying that, okay, so you're saying that he's not a Muslim?
I'm saying that he's a hypocrite.
But, okay, is he a Muslim?
No.
Do you believe hypocrites are Muslims?
I believe Khalid isn't a Muslim.
Because he's a hypocrite?
A hypocrite is one of his traits, yes. Not my words.
So why isn't he a Muslim?
The reason why he isn't a Muslim is because of the fact of the things that he did, the actions that he did, going against the Quran, going against Allah's laws, going against the Prophet, even for your religion, going against Abu Bakr and Umar, drinking alcohol, raping women, killing innocent people, burning people alive.
Does this take you outside the fold of Islam?
Oh, well, when you have a combination of all these actions, yes.
But you can repent from them all, correct?
No, but so Malik doesn't give zakat, he's not a Muslim, but Khalid can do all this and he's still in the fold of Islam?